For me, I'd probably have to say the coaching staff, just the atmosphere, the fans, man, like it was one of a kind. During my recruiting process, man, for me, it was a lot of chopping it up, getting to know them personally. And for me, like I'm a family guy, so that's big. So being able to, you know what I'm saying, really connect with them on a more personal level rather than just football. And that was another thing that stood out to me too. It wasn't really more so just ball. It was just, you know what I'm saying, more so about me, myself, my family, just my goals and aspirations, you know what I'm saying, what I want to accomplish. So, yeah.
You started your career at App State, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
then UT Martin, and then so those two stops, what did you do during that time that allowed you to make that step to the college?
Grow. Honestly, when I was at Appalachian State, I would definitely say my mindset and mentality isn't what it is now. I was able to learn from mistakes and grow on a more personal level, get to, you know what I'm saying, learn more about myself to where, you know what I'm saying, I can put myself in position to thrive and not really more so me taking steps back. So, yeah, that's really what that was like for me when I was there. So.
Dominic, Coach Sullivan was talking a lot about hand usage and that's been a big point of emphasis for him. What are some of the things, technique-wise, that you've learned from him that have enabled you to improve as a player?
I would say being able to use my speed and power. You know, I feel like I didn't really do much of that last year. I'm still trying to figure myself out. I'm still a young guy still, but I think that he's going to give me and the rest of the D-line the tools that we need individually. Depending on our body type, he's different, I'm different. But I think for me, it's probably just speed to power, using my long, lengthy arms, you know, like just things like that. And I do have speed, you know, and I can showcase both of those things. So day by day, you know, we still have about 10 opportunities in front of us to do that. So we're going to do it one day at a time.
Dom, what's the next step for you going into this year?
Man, honestly, I'm just worried about, you know, what's right in front of me. You know, I'm still trying to figure things out, trying to get better day by day. You know, I'm trying to continue to live up to the standard that Coach Joe sets for, you know, myself and the D-line. You know, being able to fight through things when you're tired, being able to fall back on your technique and fundamentals when you're tired. And I'm still trying to do that, but, you know, it's going to be good, though. We'll be all right.
And so I think your first year was 2023, right?
Yeah.
So your teammate was Tia Savea then. Now Tia Savea is your new teammate. What was that like, just seeing Tia come back, and what do you think he's going to bring?
He's a great player, man. He's really a leader on the D-line, you know. Soft-spoken, doesn't say too much. He just, you know, his actions speak louder than his words do. And he's been the same since when I was a freshman and we left and came back. He's still the same guy, you know. So it's good to have a solid leader on this D-line, and you know, continue to work.
For Deshawn, you were, I believe, an outside linebacker coming out of high school.
Yes, I
Now
was.
you're a defensive tackle. Is that just a matter of you just kept getting bigger, or it just seemed like that was the best fit for you as you evolved as a football player?
I would probably say both. For me, I definitely was, you know what I'm saying, a defensive lineman at heart back in my time before I really got into you. So it wasn't something that I was, you know what I'm saying, new to. And then, like you saying, too, just constantly, you know what I'm saying, just working out, getting bigger, stronger, faster, just looking to, yeah, you know what I'm saying, put myself in, again, like I said, the best position possible to where I can thrive. And for me, that's just, you know what I'm saying, what that situation was. So, yeah, that would be my answer to you.
So Deshawn, you're from Sumter, South Carolina. I don't know if Arizona's ever had a guy from South Carolina on his team. What was just your childhood like? What was it like growing up in South Carolina?
Man, for me, like they say, man, you can't, you know what I'm saying, you can't do a lot, you know what I'm saying, by yourself. For me, growing up, it wasn't easy. Was a single-parent household. My dad really was the one that was taking care of me, my grandma. My mom is now back in my life, and no disrespect to her. Man, for me, man, I didn't really have, you know what I'm saying, that woman figure for me, so I had to grow up fast. For me, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't your typical, you know what I'm saying, 13, 14, 15-year-old. Once I got older, a lot of people said I was wise for my age. So I feel like that also came with just me maturing as well, too. So, yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
I got two. I got a 20-year-old and I got a 14-year-old.
Okay. And then how did you start playing football?
My pops, man, instilled it in me early. He told me right away, either you're going to play sports to get out of where we, you know what I'm saying, where we at, or, you know what I'm saying, gonna go to the military. And then for me, back in the day, my mindset was not, you know what I'm saying, going on the military. So it definitely was a challenge, though. And again, it was a journey, because, you know what I'm saying, I was a young kid. I didn't always want to get up and, you know what I'm saying, work out and do the things, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, he wanted me to do, because it would help me maximize my potential, and I didn't see it then. But for me now, yeah.
And how much do you think your upbringing has helped you at this point?
It helps me a lot. I feel like it keeps me grounded. Also, too, it keeps me humble, man, honest with myself. And for me, it just put me in a headspace to where I don't ever take anything for granted. Just because I've had unfortunate situations happen to me to where, you know what I'm saying, it kind of put a hold on what I had going on. But now, man, I let it be the reason why I thrive. So.
Dominic, I don't think you had any crossover with Antonio Pierce at Long Beach Poly, is that right? He was right before you. Mm-hmm. Did you know him, or did you know of him, or what do you think about him?
Oh yeah, for sure. I know of him for sure. Come from like the same area, same place. He was very popular back home, but I know that he's a very well-spoken dude. You know, whatever he says, he stands on it, and it's good to have people like that around. You know, especially being from the same place, it kind of means something a little bit. So that really stuck with me a little bit.
Another one for you, Dominic, with Danny taking over the defense. What's different about whatever he's trying to convey to you guys? What are some of the main coaching points that he's been emphasizing?
Me and Deshawn just talked about it. It's red line, emphasizing red line. You know, effort, execution, and accountability. Also, the 2025 defensive swarm mantra, knowing what to do and how to do it. All 11 to the ball with a bad humor, and keeping them out the end zone. That's really what we're trying to live by. Obviously, it's a process. You know, it's gonna take a while for everyone to be on the same page. But when that does happen, it's gonna be a great thing.
That drill that you guys do, where I think you kind of like you come down to the ground and then stand up and all run together. Right. Is that about this? Is that kind of the swarm mentality?
And it falls back on to, you know, we do reps after reps after reps, and when you're tired, can you still go? Can you still pay attention to the detail? Can you still go off the cadence that he's given us? Just things like that.
Yeah, like you were saying, man, I really feel like with us, just emphasizing red lines to put us in a situation where not only are we maximizing our potential, but just more so pushing ourselves from a mental standpoint too, conditioning ourselves to be, you know what I'm saying, better than what the standard already is, to exceed it and more. So I feel like every day when we go to practice, I feel like we get better at it. Obviously, we got our, you know what I'm saying, our slip-ups, but I mean, we human. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, ain't perfect. But again, it's all about just everybody buying in and believing in the system. And once we get that, man, I'm telling y'all, man, this season, man, it's going to be something completely different from what it was last season.
To that end, how much has it helped you guys to play against this up-tempo offense where they're trying to go as fast as they possibly can?
I mean, it's just like drill to the field. You know, we practice it, and then when it comes time to apply it, I mean, we already had been through it a million times. We've done reps after reps after reps. So when we get into the team period, just like, yo, we've been through this already. So you get the call snapped down and execute your job.
For Dom, who's stepped up as kind of the defensive captains or leaders of the defense out there?
I wouldn't say stepped up. I feel like they've always been defensive captains, but Chuba and Trey, and them being on the D-line, it really does help, you know, have a great role model in the room. Trey Smith, he's a guy, man. He doesn't have to say anything. He does that. He shows you, put action to it. You know, everything he does on the field speaks for itself. So being able to be with that guy every day and learn from him and feed off of that, you know, it's a great thing. As well as Chuba, you know, he's a great leader. He's a little injured right now, banged up, but, you know, he's there, vocal, very vocal, helping us from the sideline and just doing everything he possibly can.
And then, you know, you're going to have a lot of new faces this year. A lot of guys from last year entered the portal. What brought you back to Arizona?
Man, the portal, man, it didn't really cross my mind. You know, all I was trying to do was just focus on becoming a better young man, better young player. You know, I still have a lot of growing and developing to do. You know, and I saw that with Coach G being the DC and Coach Joe Salavea coming in and taking over the D-line spot, you know. And obviously it's working, you know, and I'm trusting it. I'm going to trust it, you know. Everyone has their ups and downs, but that's just life. You know what I mean? It's football.
So Deshawn, was UT Martin in college football 25?
Oh, nah. They went FCL school, so nah, every day.
How much are you looking forward to being in a video game?
For me, it's definitely for me, it's a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? Things like this for kids where I'm from don't really happen too often. So me being able to be one of those kids, man, it's a blessing. I don't take it for granted at all. And shit, being able to play with myself, hey, you don't get no better than that. I don't got to create a player. I don't got to do nothing because I'm already in the game. So yeah, man, I'm just appreciative, man. I can't stress it enough. I really can't.
Thanks, Deshawn.
Thank you.
All right, that's our time.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. You guys have a